You own your sofa. You paid for it, carried it up to the third floor, and spent a whole Sunday fighting to build it. But when you sit down, a notification pops up on your phone. It says, "Sitting will resume in 47 minutes, or you can pay $19.99 a month to sit." This sounds like a joke, but companies are already planning to do it. We call this the $20 world, a world where you no longer buy things, instead you pay for them every single month. On paper, a subscription sounds like a harmless streaming fee, but it slowly takes over your life. The average household in the United States spends around $270 a month on these fees, and most of us have no idea. Because of automatic payments and forgotten free trials, there is a $400 gap between what people think they pay and what they actually pay. We call this subscription fatigue, but companies call it easy money, and it is moving from your screens into the real world. This is not some far-off future, it is happening right now. BMW tried to charge $15 a month just to use the heated seats that were already built into the car. Tesla makes you pay $99 a month for self-driving instead of letting you buy it once. Your printer stops working the second you cancel your ink plan, even if the cartridge is full. The ink is right there, but the machine will not let you print. And smart fridges show ads on the door screen unless you pay to turn them off. That is the new rule: sell the product, connect it to the internet, and charge you to use it. If you stop paying, they turn it off. Let us imagine a future where greedy companies have turned everything into a subscription. How would that world look? Let us walk through a normal apartment in this new reality. It looks like a normal home, which makes it even creepier. You wake up, and your bed checks your account. The basic plan gives you 6 hours of sleep, standard gives you 8, and deep sleep costs extra. If you have a nightmare, you have to watch an ad to wake up. You go to the bathroom. The toilet only lets you flush 5 times a day unless you pay for the family plan. You step into the shower, the water is barely warm, and hotter water costs extra. If you want strong water pressure, you have to pay a monthly fee. Even the drain is slow, just to make you pay for a faster one. In the kitchen, you open the fridge. It keeps your food cool on the basic plan, but keeping it cold costs extra. The screen on the door plays loud ads while you grab the milk, unless you pay to turn them off. The ice maker makes you sign a 2-year contract, and the vegetable drawer has a free trial that expired years ago. Going upstairs costs $9.99 a month for each floor, because only the ground floor is free. There is an elevator, but you cannot use it without paying for extra packages. You can only leave your house 3 times a day. If you have guests, you have to buy extra passes. The peephole blurs the face of anyone at the door, unless you pay to see them, which also sells their data to a company that tracks your life. You turn on the television. The basic plan only gives you 1 channel, forces you to watch commercial ads, and suddenly gets loud whenever the actors whisper. You mute the screen and lean back to relax. But even though you paid for this couch and spent a whole Sunday building it yourself, the basic tier only lets you sit for 15 minutes before you are forced to stand up. Upgrading to Sit Pro makes the seat softer, and the premium tier turns off the annoying buzzer that tells you to get back to work. Once you notice how this works, you see it everywhere. What if companies started charging for your own body? Take blinking, for example. Automatic blinking is $19.99 a month. If you do not pay, you have to blink manually, which gets tiring the second you think about it. Keeping your eyes wet costs extra. Breathing is split into plans. Breathe Basic only lets you take 12 breaths a minute. Breathe Pro lets you inhale as much as you want, and breathing out with a sigh costs extra. Even your heartbeat is a service. It slows down at night to save company power, unless you pay for the steady package. Even Gravity has a monthly fee. The basic plan keeps you on the floor, but if you miss a payment, you start to float. Landing safely costs extra. Your shadow is only half dark unless you buy the shadow upgrade, or share 1 shadow with your entire family. Silence is charged by the minute. The free version plays a loud beep every 90 seconds, just to remind you that you are in a store. Your childhood memories are on an old plan. You can still look back at last Tuesday for $4.99. Laughter is locked, meaning you have to pay to enjoy a joke, though feeling sad is free and unlimited. Hugs are limited to 2 a month, and the work plan only includes awkward side hugs. Even your own name is rented. If your card fails, you become user 8847291 until you pay. Your mother still loves you, but the billing machine does not. If you add up all these monthly fees on top of the $270 you already spend, the numbers get scary. Adding smart car features, ad-free fridges, and basic furniture costs another $300. Suddenly, you are paying over $500 a month. Over 50 years, that adds up to $300,000, and you still do not own a single thing. Why do we let companies do this? It is because the fees are too small to fight. If a company charged $500 to use a toilet, you would buy a different one or get angry. But at 50 cents a day, the effort to replace it is harder than just paying the money. It is a slow drain on your wallet. Each tiny charge is too small to notice, but they all add up fast. We do not notice a single snowflake, but suddenly we are buried in an avalanche. That is where companies make their money, in the gap between what you think you pay and what actually leaves your bank. This means true ownership is gone. Even if you have the keys and the receipt, and remember how hard it was to build the couch still talks to a web server. The server talks to a database, and the database talks to a chart in a board meeting that shows how much money they make off you every month. Can you escape this world? Yes, and you can start today. Check your bank statements, turn off automatic payments, and buy simple products. Buy the dumbest toaster you can find, one that just heats bread and does not collect your data. Remember that $19.99 a month is a trick to make you forget how much you are spending. The system keeps growing because companies make money by making you rent your own life. But the most rebellious thing you can own is just a simple wooden chair. You buy it once, you own it forever, you sit down, and nobody can charge you. The $20 world is here, and you are already standing in it.